Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott, and today's shave is going to be Taylor of Old Bond Street. We're going to use Eaton College with the matching aftershave. And today is April 1st, 2023. As you can tell, I got a little bit of a haircut yesterday. Yes, I have trimmed it way back. A lot, shaved it right down to a number one over at Great Clips here, my local Great Clips. New stylist there. Did that and say, so we got it really nice and short, which is kind of the way I like it here in the summer in the South because it gets so muggy here. But yeah, and of course it's time for me to start growing my facial hair as well. And I just do the Van Dyke, mustache and goatee combo together is called a Van Dyke. So yes, and of course I grow the half mustache, so not a full mustache. So how do I shave the half mustache? Well, you've seen me use the copper one, but here's the gold one. This is the leaf twig. This is the original twig, not the thorn. The copper one I have is the thorn. And that's what I use in my rotation as a regular shaver. A little more aggressive, still not an aggressive razor, but more towards medium than this is. This is extremely mild. And truthfully, if I had this as just to be a full face razor and all that, I probably would have sold it on eBay already because it's just too mild for me. But this razor has a specific purpose, and I use it for 6 months straight pretty much. Well, basically as long as I have facial hair, because this gets under the nose so good. Nothing else compares to this that I have used so far for getting under the nose. I can go under here straight, so I don't have to come at an angle. I can get under here, and I get up tight underneath the nose, and so I can basically shave down to half a mustache. So that's why that's what this is saved for. That's its only purpose. So I do prefer this versus the thorn for that task. Just because it is mild, and I can go a couple of paths, I can get in there, and it is so mild that it doesn't bother me because this is a sensitive area for me. Under the nose and right here under the lip are just two very sensitive spots for me. So this is good for that. So yes, this has a purpose, and that's why I save it and then say that's probably, and I have to truthfully say it's my most used razor because it gets used for every shave while I have some facial hair on. So yeah, technically it's my most used razor. But today's main razor we're going to use is the Rex Ambassador, what's this, Console? Console, yeah, the basically non-adjustable. It's just non-adjustable. It's not a that twisted version, whatever. It's just a straight basic razor. Got it for Christmas, and here it is April 1st. And I haven't really used it since Christmas time. Probably early January after I got it and I used it on film. So you haven't seen this razor in 3 solid months at least, if going on 4. So yeah, my rotation is kind of large. So they don't come up often, but I remember really enjoying this razor, and I remember being a touch more aggressive in the ballpark that I like. So yes, I really found it to be that way with a Gillette Silver Blue, especially my favorite blade. So today we're actually gonna knock it down a peg. Today I just opened up a pack of Nacets. So we're gonna use a Nacet blade in there. So let me go ahead and load that Nacet in there. So 3-piece twist, off handle. There we go, that's what the head looks like underneath. So I got the top cap in my hand. And raise the place up. The camera here, kind of high, so I'm not used, down here is normal, comfortable level in front of the chest, but way up here so you can see it. So it is awkward when you see guys struggling for this because we're holding up to the camera and it's just so high because at face level here. So my cap, put it there. Pushing down. Let's see. I want to kind of make sure I line it up. Sorry, I'm putting. There we go. I kind of lined it up with those bars there. So I push down a little bit to keep it there. So now to take the top cap, and of course the printing goes on the bottom, so that's an easy way to tell. And of course I did get the polished. Oops, I just twisted the head. I can tell I've twisted it. Let me put that in there again. Sorry. Let me go here and do it gently. There we go. Now push down. All right. Twist on that handle, and I like the handle. And you've seen me, especially on some razors, I'll replace the handle because I don't really care for the stock handle. Or in the case of the Miller R41, I bought just the head and I got the handle that I wanted. So it was easy, I could buy just the head and didn't have to waste money and replace the handle. But in this one, I like this handle. It's got enough grip to it. Yes, I like it. Truthfully, I got the shorter handle because that's what I prefer. I just like that. I like the balance of it. I just like the way it, I can rest it on my ring finger like that. That's how I like to hold a razor and shave and make it stay still in my hand. So that's why I did that little spot on there. Sorry. It is a gorgeous razor. It's really high, very shiny. Because say it's only been used like probably 1 or 2 weeks when I first got it. That was it. So let me pause, wash the face, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back. Wash the face. You can see the wet T-shirt. Yep. And I've already whipped up the soap here. Let me just give it a quick little stir because it's been sitting for a couple of minutes. This soap it almost felt foamy a little bit coming out of this little sample thing, little sample, size. I don't know what you call that. I can't call that a vial. I don't know what you call that, but basically a little cup. It felt a little foamy when I was pulling it out with a spoon. So like it almost could be pushed out of a tube instead of being in the container. And of course, if it was full size, they call it a tub. But out of that little cup. The scent. The scent profile is sparkling citrus and rich wood undertones. That's what it said about the scent. On the Maggard's website, because of course Maggard's is where I got this. That's where I get my samples. That's where I get most of my samples because they have such a wonderful selection of samples. And they're so gracious to do that because they do it themselves. They, print the labels for the little tiny thing and scoop it into the little cups. And it did come with like a little seal on it when I opened it. I didn't show you that part because I'd opened it and already pulled it out and whipped it up by the time you're seeing it now. But they take the time and effort to do that to afford you the opportunity to try different soaps. So I get to show you. So yeah, I'm specifically calling out Maggard's because they do that extra effort more so than really any other company I've seen. So I highly recommend if you want to try different things and you're on a budget like me and you want to be able to just try different soaps or whatever. Yeah, look at Maggard's, definitely do. And that's not to knock any of the other vendors at all because they'll sell you a nice full size thing. You might have a few samples of this, that, or the other, or whatever. But Maggard's just goes the extra step. Nobody beats Maggard's when it comes to samples. And they're competitively priced, all that. And yes, I still shop at a lot of the other names that you also know and love their products as well. But you're committed to that full size when you do that. So this lets me show you, and that's why I do it, so I can show you something different. And I only take out one scoop, and then I give it away. I save up on a bunch, and then I'll have a giveaway so somebody else can try them. In this, scent on this. It is why I can smell the sweetness of the citrus and the woodiness. It's so subtle. It's not like really overbearing. When they say undertone, they mean undertone. It really is so mild. If you didn't tell me that was what I couldn't tell you that's what it was. But now that I know it's there, I can kind of scent it a little bit. But yeah, it's a very light scent. Very fresh, very, very light. Like a 1 or a 2 scent strength-wise, very mild. So it's nothing that's going to interfere with any aftershaves afterward, or any colognes, anything you want to put on afterwards. It's not going to interfere. And of course, it's a Taylor Roll Bond Sheet soap. So always a classic soap. It's funny, to me, one of the required soaps you have to have tried when you're a new shaver is you have to try Taylor Roll Bond Street Sandalwood and their matching aftershave. Oh, you just got to try that. That's some good stuff. This classic sandalwood theirs is a sweet sandalwood, and I've tried more woodsy sandalwoods. Like them both, but I do tend to prefer the sweet. But I do like the other one as well. I like that. For example, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements makes a nice woodsy one that I fully enjoyed. It just for preference for me, it's a little sweetness. I just like a little sweetness in my sense. But I tend to like the more woodsy and stuff and more, what do you call that, savory sense in the wintertime. That's just my personal taste, how I like to do it. There is no rule that says you can't use woodsy scents in the summertime. The rule doesn't exist. And this Nacet is doing admirably. This past one, you can't really feel the aggression so much, the efficiency, until you get to past 2 and 3. That's when you can tell. Oh, and I just shaved off everything, didn't I? Well, that was smart. I was supposed to, I was supposed to leave that. Guess I'm not doing that today. That'll have to be tomorrow, or when I might just shave it all off tomorrow too, and then go a week and not shave. And maybe that's the way to remind myself not to do it. But getting jabberjaw and it's like, yeah, it just goes off. So not a big deal, certainly. I'm going to have it on for months, so it doesn't matter if I wait another week or anything. It just doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and shave under the nose again because I want to. Since I've shaved off that layer, that 2-day growth, yeah, it's coming off. And I'm already looking forward to probably using like the Miele R41 to take the facial hair off when it comes time, you know, September, October time frame when I decide I want to take it off. Because that's a fun razor to use too. And it's funny too, because that razor gets my most watched views of anything. But I tell you, I really like the quality of this razor. Okay, a little sensitive right there. I'm gonna stop. I know I already came in from the side, didn't I? Yeah, I didn't do that right. Oh well. Jabberjaw and forgetting. I even did like a pass 2 instead of a pass 1 type of thing. So yeah, okay. We'll just do it again. And then I'll do my pass 3. There we go. Yeah. So we'll do pass 3, and we'll do that in the proper sequence of being against the grain this time. Okay, yeah, I'm getting very distracted talking to you guys. Hazards of the trade, I guess. But yeah, this cream is nice and safe. And just trying to rinse my fingertips off. Oops, that hit the floor. I'll wipe that off later. Oh, got a little snag. Look, little nick right there under the nose. I felt that one. Yeah, I did feel that one. So there's enough aggression in this still too to, yeah, get myself. Oh, this thing shines on pass 3. It's funny. I think I'm feeling the Nacet more than I felt other blades. I don't know why that is. We're just going, and of course the memory's going back to January time frame. But there's a little blade feel. A little bit. And it's not outstanding or anything, but there is a little bit. That scares some people, but no, not to me. I like a little blade feel. It reminds you you're using something sharp. So yeah, so be careful. And truthfully, Nacet is not one of my favorite blades. But I like to show you guys different things, and I'll more have to use it in a more aggressive razor like this. Oh yeah, it's doing a good job in this razor. Doing a really good job in this razor. I won't use it in my more mild razors because it makes it just too mild for me, my taste. And some people, that's their favorite blade. I think like Kevy Shaves a couple years back, that was like his favorite blade. Doesn't do it for me. For me, it's the Gillette Silver Blue was my favorite. And that's what's cool about this. It's your mileage may vary. So yeah, you like what you like. So it's good to see what other people like. And to try new things. So you can say you can get trial packs. Again, Maggers will say a trial pack. Not a big deal. And there are websites even, can't remember what they are, but there are websites will sell you like just a blade or two, individual blade or two. So you can try a bunch that way. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay, I'm not going to go too much because I want to do a buff pass. So here we go, my buff pass with water only. You know, waking up the slickness of the soap. Stretch the neck out, keep it really light. It's just a little light pass to get the little bits of whiskers that didn't quite get taken down with the 3 passes. They get closer to baby butt smooth, but not necessarily completely baby butt smooth because you see, because I'm just a very light touch. Just weight of the razor only. Just weight of the razor. Let's do the other side. See, water only. Oops, I felt that underneath. Yeah, I've got a little bit of whisker right there. Here we go. Make sure it's fully wet. Ultra light, you know, just weight of the razor. And I always have like one or two like on this side, on both sides, just because it kind of grows in a V. So it does that to me. There we go. So there's that. And you have the sink, you hear that? You can hear the sink drain. So let me pause, clean everything up, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm turning on the cold water to get that running here in the sink so I can do my 2 cold water splashes. Because after you've done your shave, of course you get your warm soap, when you warm your equipment to warm up your lather, that type of thing. And so you're shaving all warm, and I washed off with a warm face cloth. Now I need to close those pores with cold water. So I do 2 splashes of cold water to close up the pores, and it does make a difference. If you don't close your pores with the cold water, then you might get more blemishes and what have you, maybe growing hairs and what have you too. I find doing the cold water splash significantly reduces that. So just throwing it out there for you. So when we do that, I'll be right back. Alrighty. Get my towel. There we go. And you see the same towel all the time because it's the only towel brand I actually have 2 of these. It's the same brand, same towel. It was a 2-pack on Amazon when I bought them. I think they're Mula towels. I got them off Amazon. I have an Amazon Prime account, so yeah, that's what I did. I have yet to get a Lancaster towel. Every time I go to buy one, there just aren't any available. You just never see them in stock. There you go. This is feeling good. Yeah, there's a little thing right here where I cut my, got a little neck right there. So yeah, we'll just put a little extra on there. This does the trick. And of course you can see the skin is way less, well, red I just shaved, but it's not sunburn red. You can see the nose is healing up, what have you too. So there we go. There we go. So put that back. And of course, here's the spoon. I just want to show you my spoon because see, I basically, when I wash my equipment, I wash my spoon. This is what I scoop out from the samples because I'm going to share them with you, so I have to keep everything clean and fresh and all. So yeah, this spoon gets washed. It's just a cheap dollar store spoon. It cost me $1, back in the day. I know it's $1.25 now, but it was a 2-pack for $1 when I got them. Gave one to the neighbor kid because he shaves too with all this. So yes, so there you got that, and of course this will be going in, and the aftershave will be going into my giveaways. And say when I feel there's enough of a collection to give it away, then yeah, that's what will happen. But of course, the Eaton College matching aftershave. Give it a shake, because that's what I always do. I don't spray on my face because I get it in my eyes and I'm wearing contacts, so yeah, I don't want to do that. Very generous. Oh yeah, citrus pops. Oh yeah. I can smell some lemonade in there and what have you. Oh yeah, that smells nice. I like that. Oh, I like that. Yes. The aftershaves, although not heavy by any sense of stretch of the imagination, it is more pronounced than the soap. The soap was just so mildly scented, I could barely smell it. This is more along the lines of, I'd say, like a 4 maybe. But very nice. Really enjoy that. Oh yeah, that's nice. I really like that. And yes, citrusy things are my favorite. I think my favorite scented soap is also Taylor Roll Bond Street, the grapefruit. That stuff is awesome. If you love citrus anything, get the Taylor, at least try a sample at Maggard's of the Taylor Roll Bond Street grapefruit. That stuff is phenomenal. I just wish I could find a matching aftershave for it because that I can't find. But I did find something from West Coast Shaving that I use for that, but that's getting sidetracked. So yeah, we never did use this today because I was rambling and just shaved off everything instead. So yeah, maybe next week you'll see that. But a very nice shave. This Rex Ambassador razor, superb. Really enjoy that. The Nacet blade was admirable. Got a nice close shave with that Nacet. So we'll see how it goes for the week too. Of course, I'm going to shave with this all week. So I got 3 more shaves. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, tomorrow, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So I got 3 more shaves to do with this razor and blade combination. And so next Saturday you'll see something new. But that feels really good. Really enjoyed that soap. Did its job. Of course, the little nick was operator error. I can't blame equipment for that. Kind of felt it's like I went after it anyway. It's like yeah, but that feels good. And another reason too, this really, I like this under the nose because it is such a gentle thing, and you'll see that in future videos. You'll get sick of it. You're going to see it a lot come throughout this spring and summer, because when I grow the facial hair, you'll see that when I start that in. But for now, hope you enjoyed, and go with God.